Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan with Senior E-Bike Nation. Going to be doing a 20-mile ride today, stopping at the Food Blessing Box. I'll be riding my Rusher Komoda. So I will see you on the trail. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan with Senior E-Bike Nation. We're going to be doing about a 20-mile ride today. Going to stop up at the Food Blessing Box and drop off some food for those in need. And we'll continue and do our 20-mile ride. I've got my Rusher Komoda out today. I call it my fun bike because it's really a lot of fun to ride. So we're going to hop back on the trail today because I do believe they're clear. Had a little bit of ice the last couple days on the trail, so I wanted to make sure it was cleared off before I got back on the trail. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. It's a little chilly, probably 35 degrees out here, a little windy. But again, unless there's ice on the trail and really heavy snow, I'll be riding. Yeah, I've been busy lately with my gardening videos, Garden Senior Nation. I'm growing a lot of seeds inside right now, and all my flowers I've got seeded, and I'll get them about 8 or 10 more weeks. I'll get them out. I've got some onions started from seed, and I should be able to get them out about mid-March, third week of March. But I want to get out and get some exercise today. It's been 2 or 3 days since I've been out. Hope you guys are going to have a good weekend. And if you own e-bikes, try to get out and ride a little bit. Only if it's for a few miles, get out and get some exercise. Once we get up into spring and summer, I'll be doing 30-mile rides almost every time. But this time of year with battery degradation and stuff, and I've got an extra battery with me on my Rusher, so if I'd like to go 30 miles, I can still do it. But we're going to do 20. I've been emailing a bunch of bike manufacturers. I've got a couple emails back, want to see my channel. So I'm hoping they'll send me some really cool bikes so I can review for you guys. Unfortunately, I just can't willy-nilly go out and buy these e-bikes. They're not cheap. So if some bike manufacturers see this, I hope they send me some bikes so I can review it for them. And as I mentioned earlier, my channel is really focused on seniors, 55 and over. It can be younger. But most of my subscribers are certainly 55 and over. And Electric Bike Company, which sent me a bike, told me that their market share of people between 50 and 60 years old is 80% of their business. So that's why they built a bike for comfort, which I have told you that's the most comfortable bike I got. This is the most fun bike I have to ride. I just love this 20-inch step through. I think I've got almost 1,500 miles on it now, and I've really had zero problems with it. So I'm very happy with the bike. I ordered it last July the 4th and got it about the 11th or 12th, and they ship out here out of the United States, so I got my bike pretty quick. Yeah, but let me know if you guys ride in the wintertime. I know Gail up in Michigan, she's still got some bad weather up there, and I guess she had to send her rotor back to Russia. She had a bent rotor, so they had to send her a new rotor. And she was telling me their customer service is really good. So if anybody is looking to purchase this e-bike, there's several people out there that have reviewed them, and a lot of positive feedback on these Russia Komodas. I've actually noticed since I've ridden this bike now 1,500 miles, the motor is a lot, excuse me, the motor is a lot quieter than it was when I purchased the bike. I don't know why that is, but it's definitely quieter than what it was when I first started riding it. I mean, I can still hear it, but I hear the tires more than I hear the motor. Don't expect to see too many people on the trails today. But normally on this section of the trail, I don't see many people anyway. And I'm hoping to warm up here a little bit. We're still in the dead of winter, so I want to get out and ride my bike a lot more. Well, if they don't cut this tree down up here, it's going to fall over on somebody. That thing seems to be leaning more every time I go by it. That reminded me of a story when my sister and I used to do a lot of hiking, all the local metro parks around here, and we was walking along this river one day on the trail, and I heard a snap, and this tree must have fell 5-7 feet behind us. It felt like it might have been a little more, but that tree snapped and fell right behind us. That thing could have hit us right in the head. So if you're out doing this kind of stuff and there's trees overhanging the trail, they don't call them things widow makers for nothing. We're making a right turn up here and head towards the blessing box. Haven't been up here in a few days. I don't know what we're going to find or not find. I'm in pedal assist 3 right now. That's a real comfortable speed to ride on this bike. Sometimes when I'm coming back, I'll bump it up to pedal assist 4 just for speed. But I'm riding up this hill and I'm almost doing 20 miles an hour. But I got it using the throttle here a little bit too. I hope you're not getting a whole lot of wind noise. This GoPro 9 pretty much suppresses it pretty good. I'm happy with that. Got a runner up here. in shorts. That ought to be pretty cold. Wind seems to be coming out of the west, southwest today. Yeah, I went to the doctor a couple days ago. Been having little dizziness spells, lightheadedness, mainly when I turn my head a certain way, and it's not vertigo. I just got over that about 2 months ago. It doesn't feel like that. But he thought it might be low blood sugar. He asked me how much liquids that I drank. I said, well, I drink coffee all day long. He said that's really not good enough because it basically goes right through you. And he recommended I drink a 32 ounce or quart of Gatorade every day for about a week, then go back the 8th, which is this Wednesday. And he took blood last time I was there and probably checking to see if my blood sugar is low. But he said I'm probably a kid or an animal on the back of this. Looked like there was a little boy in there. He's out getting his exercise. Got a piece of steel coming out up here. It's from the North Tower of 911 Memorial, is what this is. That's a day we'll never forget. And always remember the families. I stop by every now and then and take a look at it and read everything on there. Pretty interesting facts on there as well. Got some people out walking their dogs. I may see a deer today, I don't know. This is the section I usually see them. I've seen a few throughout the winter. Only seen one bike so far today. That wind must have switched around to the east. It feels like it's coming out of the due east now. Boy, in the summertime, this trail is really busy. That's why I try to ride during the weekdays and not on the weekend. Because you got lots of people out on this trail. During the week, there's not many people on it. It's pretty quiet. Yeah, once I get up here to my halfway point, I'll be taking my camera off and showing you some things about the bike if you've not seen it yet. All my subscribers usually have seen all the information I put out about it. But I'll tell you, for an e-bike, it's a lot of fun to ride. I guess it's just these fat tires. It's got 20-inch by 4-inch fat tires. On your left. As I mentioned earlier, I got one video I put out about I think it's around November 18th, almost 2 months ago now, on this bike, and I only did a 26-minute bike ride up to the bike shop, and that video for some reason got 191,000 reviews. I don't know what happened, but I was extremely pleased. That actually got my channel monetized. I picked up over 1,000 subscribers on that video alone. I'm well over that now, but you gotta have 1,000 subscribers to be monetized and 4,000 watch hours. So between this and my garden channel, I'm going to stay busy all summer for sure. I try to get out 2 to 4 videos every week on my bike. And I try to get out another 2 to 4 videos a week on my garden channel. Because as plants are growing, I'm doing some videos on them and showing the progress on them. Giving some people some hints. I'll be doing a lot of hydroponic gardening this year with kiddie pools and rain gutters, so stick around on my garden channel if you want to see some unique way to grow vegetables. You don't need soil to grow vegetables, not really, not in the ground. So I'll be starting all that once I get all my plants that are starting to grow under the grow lights and they're ready to go outside. That's when I'll start all that. That's a couple months down the road yet. Maybe closer to 10 weeks. First time I noticed on that back there, that new signs they put up, it shows 20 miles an hour for bikes, and that's the speed limit on these trails. As I mentioned, I've seen a poll on seniors. They don't want to see a bike that does a lot of speed. They want to see a bike that's dependable, easy to ride, comfortable. Speed was one of their things way at the bottom as far as what they expected out of an e-bike. That really surprised me. On your left. Got about another mile and a mile and a half to go here. We'll be at our halfway point. Battery's down to about 65%. It'll bump up just a little once I stop. We're right around 65% with a little over 9 miles. Now in voltage, that's probably down to about 47.5 voltage. That's about what 65% will be. Knowing these batteries, between voltage and percentage, I really like the percentage on it. I can calculate on the voltage very easily in my mind. And my electric bike company, Model R, that doesn't have percentage. You can't even program the computer. It's only got the voltage. But it does not have near the torque that this one's got. Again, that bike's built for comfort, not speed or torque of the motor. But it's a very good custom built bike. Engineers did a really good job on that electric bike company at Model R, and all their bikes, they're really nostalgic. All of them are built for comfort. So if you really want a bike for comfort, look at the electric bike company models they have. You can go in there and color design on their website any possible color combination you want on your bike, including the rims, the seat, the handlebars, the frames. They can customize it any way you want it. Now keep in mind, on that bike, the price point goes up. The bike they sent me was a $2,500 bike. And again, I thank them for graciously sending me that e-bike to review. But as you add all those different color combinations, your price point's going to go up. And they got additional things you can order for the bike too. But it's a very good quality built bike. But so far on this one, I have to say the same thing. I've had no maintenance problems whatsoever. I added a few items to it, like the phone holder and the bar-in mirrors, and I think I had to add a bag to the back, which is Cy Rusher's bag, the manufacturer. Carry my extra battery in there, and a few minor tools. And again, I had Tannis liners put in the tires at the bike shop, so I don't... It is not that I won't get a flat tire, but there's a really minimal chance I'm going to get a flat tire unless you run over a machine screw or a big roofing nail. You may flatten your tire then, but those Tannis liners supposedly got Kevlar in them. I got a lot of guys come on my channel and said they didn't believe that, and they didn't like Tannis liners. They thought they were junk. You always get all the haters come on there. To each his own how you fit your bike out to fit your needs, not anybody else's. But these liners came highly recommended, so I went ahead and purchased them. I'll put all that again down in the description box, the things I purchased for this bike. Okay, coming up on the bridge. This is our halfway point. Come about 35 minutes right now, and come about 10.4 miles up here. This is where we'll take our break. Okay, here is where I'll go ahead and shut the motor off. This bike will get away from you if you're not careful. Hit that throttle while you're getting off of it, the bike can take off. You got to be I always just make a point to turn the motor off. Now I'll turn it back on now since I'm off the bike and put the kickstand down. Show you what I've done in mileage and everything. But again, this is the Cy Rusher Komoda. It's a beautiful bike. This thing comes, I think, in about 3 to 4 different colors, but this orange seems to be their most popular color. A few things about this bike, and I'm going to talk about the things that come standard with the bike to begin with. I'm at 65%, and I've come about, it says 49 miles, but I forgot to reset the tripometer here. We got about 10.35 miles so far. This thing has pedal assist 1 through 5, and the buttons are right here. So if you go down, you're going to go to 0, and then you can go all the way up to 5. You got eco at 1, you have low at 2, normal at 3, 4 is high, and of course 5 is power. Now if I had a fully charged battery and I took off on this thing in pedal assist 5, I'm going to get about 26 to 27 miles an hour on this bike. It is built for speed for sure. Now normally I ride in either 3 or 4, normal or high, because you don't run the battery down near as fast. So basically it's got a great it's got a good speedometer on here, I mean, where you can see the display and everything. And of course your headlights are right here. You just hold down this here, if I can get them to come on here. There we go. Headlight comes on, and then you got your running lights back here, which is really nice. Turn that off. It's got a little horn. I don't never use it. I just always holler on your left or on your right, whatever. Wire management, they did a really good job. As you can see, everything's tucked right into the fork here in the front. It's the down fork, and it really did a good, nice job on the wire management. And it's got Zoom hydraulic brakes on it, front and back. Hydraulic disc brakes. They got really good stopping power to them. It's got a 750 watt rear hub motor by Bafang, which is a well-known manufacturer of e-bike batteries. I'm sorry, motors. So, and like I said, this bike has got plenty of torque. It's got a 7-speed Shimano shifter here. I normally only stay in 7th gear. I never change out. I always stay in the same gear, because if I need to go up a hill, I'll just throttle up it a little bit. It's got rear and front dual suspension. I've got this locked out right now on the suspension. It seems to get a little more mileage out of it. You're not bouncing as much. A little bit, I don't know how much. And then it's got this rear suspension back here. A lot of people don't like this, but I think it does a really nice job. And the bike came with this rack, so that was nice. I just purchased the bag as an accessory. And then it's got 20-inch by 4-inch fat tires, as you can see. Really good handle on the trail and the road, for that matter. And this is the stock seat. It's a very comfortable seat. I've been very happy with this seat, so I kept it on there. Other than that, I mean, it's a very comfortable bike to ride. Not as comfortable as my electric bike company Model R, as I mentioned, but it's very comfortable overall. Highly recommend this bike. I did purchase another battery in my bag here, and a couple things that I carry as accessory. I carry a can of Fix-A-Flat. You don't want to get out on this trail and get a flat tire. This is for bicycles, especially if you get a flat tire on that rear tire. They're a pain to change. So I do carry that with me, and a couple extra tools. I did purchase an aftermarket alarm on here, which is really loud. So if you just move the handlebars on this, once I set that, you're going to hear that thing go off. Sounds like a car alarm, but it's very loud. The battery is a 48 volt 14 amp hour battery, sits in this down tube. This thing comes out this way, and then the battery sits inside here, and you got a charging port down here. So with all that said, this is a little bit about this bike. Get this camera off. I did buy, like I said, bar end mirrors. I purchased those separately. The phone holder, really nice. Cup holder I purchased separately. So overall, the bike is just a really fun bike to ride. So anyway, that's a little bit about the Rusher Komoda. If you got any other questions on them, put them down in the comment section. And if you like my video, like and share my video. Smash that subscribe button. And I will see you guys on the next video.